Hi guys, Jenny here. I'm going to show you today how to do a Kitchener stitch on the garter pieces. So we're going to graft two little swatches of garter stitch together to form a seamless join between the two. Let's get started. So I have one thing to note is I have them lined up like this. So you've got the purl side right underneath your needle on both pieces, and I'm using a different colored yarn than the two pieces to show you the process. It's a pretty easy process. It's actually easier than doing stockinette grafting, so because it involves very similar steps. So let's get started. So I will be referring to what I have here. This is the front needle and my back needle, and you will also need a tapestry needle with a dull tip. And yeah, so let's get started. So the setup goes like this. You will only need to do the setup once, and then there's just two series of 2 steps. So the setup goes like this. You will insert your tapestry needle into the first stitch on your front needle purlwise, and you leave that stitch on the needle. You pull through, and then you do the same thing in the back. So first stitch in the back needle, purlwise, and leave. And I always go under the needle. Your yarn goes under the needle. So that's your setup. And next we're going to start grafting. So step 1 is you're going to go knitwise into the first stitch on your front needle, and you're going to remove that stitch from the needle. And you're going to go purlwise into the second stitch on your front needle. And the same thing goes for the back. You're going to go knitwise into the first stitch and then remove it, and purlwise into the second stitch and leave it. Now the trick here, and bring your yarn forward. Now the trick here is make sure your tension is not too tight. It's always easier to tighten things later than having them too tight in the beginning. So I'll do a few more grafts. The first stitch is always a little bit messy, and that will even out later. So the first, again, let's repeat the same number of steps. Knitwise, take it from the needle, pull the yarn through, purlwise into the second stitch, and the same thing in the back. Take it off, purlwise, pull the yarn through. And let's do a few more steps. You can already tell when I tighten the yarn a little bit. After you've done this several more times, you will be able to get the hang of it and tighten it as you go. And it's a nice rhythm. It's the same 2 steps. I'll leave the notes for the video under the video, so you'll know. You can just watch the video and go. So your yarn is always under your needle to avoid yarn overs. So knitwise, take it off the needle, purlwise, leave it on the needle. Same with the back. Knitwise, take it off the needle, purlwise, leave it on the needle. My cat wants to learn how to graft as well. All right, so you can see already that you're going to have garter stitch pieces grafted together completely seamlessly. The only reason why you can see the join is because we have 3 different colors. So it's really nicely illustrated.